Hello beauties, welcome back to the Jolie Beauty channel. I just want to start this video by saying, how is it nearly March? Like, I feel like New Year's Eve was about a week ago and suddenly we've come to the end of February, which is very, very strange. I feel like I'm going to wake up tomorrow and there's going to be Christmas music playing or something because it is going so fast this year. But the good thing about it being the beginning of March is we have another launch. So, as you can see by the title, we are revealing today the Radiance Palette. It might not feel like it at the moment in the UK. It is a little bit rainy, but those spring days are coming and we wanted to give you a palette that will make you radiate from within. One of the most highly requested things that you guys have asked for are slightly smaller palettes. So the Radiance palette is going to be the first in a series of essential palettes by Jolie Beauty. We've manufactured these palettes so they're perfectly sized for your makeup bag, so you can take them anywhere with you while keeping that high quality Jolie Beauty formula. I have the first of the essential palettes here. This is the Radiance Palette. As you can see, the Radiance palette comes on this gorgeous kind of coppery glitter case. As ever, we always put a cover on just to protect the palette, and we can slide that off. You can see the size is absolutely perfect for your makeup bag or when you're on the go. And when I show you the inside, you'll see we've added a bunch of textures and colours. So you will want to take this palette from day to night. It could be your everyday slay palette, or it could be your night out glam palette. It's kind of got you covered on everything. As with all our palettes, it's got a magnet closure, so it won't open accidentally in your makeup bag. And there she is. So we really wanted to create a warm and beautiful story coming into the warmer months, but also keep it very wearable and everyday as well. As you can see, the shades of the palette go from lighter to more in the middle creasy kind of colours, and then down to your deeps and darks to give you a really punchy look. We've also got a couple of pressed glitters in there, so you can add them to your look at any time of the day. Honestly, since we've been developing this product, I have consistently had one in my makeup bag, and I pretty much have been wearing it every single day for my daily makeup, and it's taken me from my daytime looks right down to my nighttime looks as well, just by using those different shimmers and textures to glam up the look. There are actually 4 different textures in here. We've got our creamy high pigment mattes, which you'll all be familiar with. We've got some beautiful shimmers, our pressed cosmetic glitter, and we've also got this new texture, which is a pressed glitter pigment, this crystal, and it is so stunning. I can't wait to swatch. Actually, I think I'm just going to swatch it now. When you look at crystal in the pan, it looks like pressed gold leaf. It's so glam, so beautiful. And then when you swatch it, sickening. Sickening. As you can see, it's still an eyeshadow, it's not a pressed glitter, but just look how glittery and glam that looks. I'm going to be doing so many tutorials using these colours, and especially the crystal shade. So if you want to see, then make sure you hit the subscribe button. It really does help out our channel as well. The palette is completely vegan and cruelty free, and it'll be retailing on our website at £19.99. That's in pounds. If you want to know in your currency, then just pop onto the website and use the currency converter at the top of the screen. So like I do in all the release videos, I always like to do some live swatching for you guys, so you can see that the pigment is there and how creamy these colours are. So as ever, I'm going to pick out my favourite from each row and just swatch them on my arm now for you. So I think on the first row I want to swatch the shade Pop. This is an amazing shade to do your inner corner, your brow bone, or any little bits of highlighting that you want. And I'm just going to swatch it here like this. And as you can see, it has a gorgeous champagne kind of vibe to it. because it's such a lovely warm ivory colour. It will suit loads of different skin tones. Also on the first row we have the shade Creamy and Sunshine, which is a pale yellow. On the second row I'm going to choose the shade Flaming. Although the palette is quite neutral, we wanted to add a couple of hits of colour, so you had the choice if you wanted to spice up your look. I absolutely adore this shade. It's just the perfect pop of colour next to the browns that we're going to show you next. Alongside Flaming we have the shade Mustard and Hot Stuff. Next up, well, I'd love to swatch Crystal again, but I think it's fair to do one of the mattes, so I'm going to use the shade Mysterious. This is a great shade for darkening up your crease or your under eye and doing a smoky winged liner. I'm just going to pop her there. As you can see, that brown matte Mysterious has a gorgeous purpley kind of undertone, which will really make your eyes pop. On the third row, we've got Crystal again and also the shade Autumn. Next up, I'm going to swatch my most used shade in this whole palette, and that is the shade So Extra here. This is my absolute go-to crease colour. It is the perfect mix of warm tones without being orangey, and it just sits on the skin like caramel. It's so beautiful and it suits so many skin tones as well. When I've been doing makeup recently on other people, I've always been opening my palette and using this shade. As this is a crease colour, it might not show up that well on camera, but I'm going to attempt to swatch it anyway, just so you can see how beautiful it is for a crease shade and how creamy it is too. The important thing about having a beautiful creamy matte is when it sits in the crease, it sits so much more finely. If something's chalky, it can start looking a little bit cakey and dusty, especially on top of a base. On the fourth row, we've got 3 different mattes. Alongside So Extra, we've got Smitten and Pumpkin. So with these shimmer shades like High Key, you can use them dry for a more muted and subtle look. But if you want to amp it up, you could use them with a wet brush, which brings out a little bit more of a metallic pigment. We will be doing day and nighttime looks with the palette. So if you want to see those, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and you'll see our videos come up. That shade is honestly so pretty. And look how smoothly it applies as well. Row 5 has another matte, Bronzed, alongside another shimmer shade, which is Glowing. So obviously it wouldn't quite be a Jolie Beauty video unless I was swatching some glitter. So I'm definitely going to pick from one of these two. And obviously I just love washing glitter off my arm nearly every single day, and it's kind of there for like the next week, but it's all in the name of the love of makeup. Just so we don't get accused of any trickery, because we kind of do a lot online. People think that our glitter swatches must be fake because they are that good. Just saying. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the Intergalactic palette. I'm going to swatch it here. Yeah. I'm going to show you my finger. And then keeping that there, I'm going to put it straight onto my arm. And you can just see how pigmented that is. And finally, on the last row, we've got the shade Falling and Blackout. Obviously, if you're watching this, you might be watching and thinking, right, they've done it. They've made a very wearable palette for me. But I'm a bit confused on how to use those glitters. Well, we do have a full pressed glitter application tips video already on YouTube, which you can see right here. That will help you master our formula and make you really confident when you're going to do a glitter eye. There are going to be more palettes added to our Essentials collection, so make sure you keep an eye out. And if there's a colour story that you really want to see, then let us know in the comment section below. You guys always have such a great input, and we always love hearing what you want us to deliver as a brand. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. I can't wait to do some tutorials with this palette for you. If you like what you see, then make sure to give the video a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel and give us a comment down below. See you in the next one. Mwah!